Well, hello, awesome people, and welcome back to my channel. So I have a question for you. Have you been struggling with trying to grow your business or trying to be consistent on LinkedIn? Or are you just thinking about the fact that you know you need to be on LinkedIn, but you're trying to figure out what to do because you don't want to be wasting time being all over the place, but you do want to grow your brand, you do want to build your business, and you want to make money, right? So today we're going to be talking about the 3 types of posts that you should put on LinkedIn. And if you haven't watched my other 2 videos, this is a 3-part series. This is the last part of the series. I talked about building your brand on LinkedIn, and then I talked about the 3 C's of success. So I'll put those links in the description below, but you can really go to my site and watch those 2 videos. So let's think about, where do we want to go on LinkedIn today? And if you're here because you're like, that's me, grab that pen and paper, because we're going to get started. All right. So as you can see here, I have my Dynamo board with me, and you know I love my Dynamo board. It is great for you if you're a coach, a speaker, a trainer, and you need to get going with doing things like this, maybe video or doing webinars. But I'll put a link to that in below if you want to call me or contact me about your own Dynamo board. But let's get started. So if you are a coach or a speaker or a trainer, consultant like me, you want to be on LinkedIn, okay? And I have found this year that LinkedIn has done so many things for my business. Now, today I want to talk about 3 types of posts that I have been posting on LinkedIn this year. It has been growing my brand, getting me noticed, creating impact, and actually getting with decision makers for them to have me do some training or some speaking. Let me get into my first slide here. Okay. All right. So the 3 types of content for LinkedIn. And the reason why I'm talking about just 3 is because you don't need to be on LinkedIn every day. Even LinkedIn said that 3 days a week is a good start, especially if you're a solopreneur. But you want to make sure you're creating content to attract your ideal audience so that you can grow your business, grow your brand, and your impact, and make more money with your business. LinkedIn is the place. So we're going to talk about today 3 types of content to put on LinkedIn. So I hope you have that pen and paper and you are ready to go. Okay, so the first one is what I call insights. Okay, so you can create insight type content, and it could be for day 1. Let's talk about a 3-day schedule here. Okay, and I want you to be consistent with your 3 days. You're off the other 4, but I want you to be consistent with your 3 days, and I want you to get started on LinkedIn because it is such a great place to grow your business. Not just about posting. It's a great place for connections and getting referrals and getting information. It's just wonderful for a business owner. So the first type of content is insights. So let me give you an example of what I mean by insights. Okay, so here's an insight example for me. You know, I am the queen of online marketing and AI training. I love using AI to save time, and leadership coaching. So you know I'm the queen of that. And it deals with branding. Everything deals with branding. It's more than just your logo. It's more than just your colors. Branding is you showing up, being visible in front of your ideal client so you could create a life and a business you love. So if I was going to do an insight type example or content, I could do something like 5 strategies to elevate your brand online. That is a sample of insight type content. Now for you, you would think about, for your industry, your audience, what are their pain points? What are their struggles? What are their challenges? What are their desires? That's the kind of content you want to create. And insights help people to come to trust you. They help people to come to know you. And you build that credibility when you're giving insight type content. So if I posted something like 5 strategies to elevate your brand online, I might start with, as an entrepreneur, I realize that there are 5 strategies. Of course, there are more that you can do to elevate your brand online. And then I would continue send you that post. And at the end, I'm going to show you ChatGPT, because AI helps you come up with ideas. AI helps you to save time. AI helps you to be creative. It doesn't replace you. It doesn't take over you. It doesn't give you great tips if you don't put the right prompts in. So I love to teach how to use AI correctly and ethically. So it saves me so much time with my own ideas, my own thoughts of what I want to do for my audience. So this is an example of an insight type content. Now you might say 1 day a week out of your 3-day plan, you're going to do insight content. You know how long it's going to take you? About 5 minutes, especially if you plan it, you use AI, you use your thoughts and ideas, put a picture. We're going to talk about that at the end, and you're done. And you want to connect and comment with a few people. We're going to talk about that too. So here's an example of insight type content. All right, so the next one is what I like to call personal experiences and stories. I hope you have that pen and paper, because today I'm not going to overwhelm you. I'm just going to help you get started with LinkedIn. And it's a great time to start right now. You don't need to wait to the new year, or wait to a certain month, or wait till you get everything in order, or wait till everything's perfect, or wait to the right time, or wait till life starts being busy, because that's never going to happen. Now, you start now. And you have a 3-day plan. Okay, so I like personal experiences and stories. They help my audience connect with me. They help evoke emotion. They help me to make this content relatable, because when people can relate and they're like, that's me too, you can grow your brand. And so stories help people to relate to you, and they help you to evoke emotion with your audience. So let me give you an example. Stories content. Okay. For instance, if I did a post on a few years ago, a few years ago when I started my business, I thought I needed to be all over the place. I thought I needed to serve everyone so I can make more money. I thought I needed to have just so much everything in order. I needed to have this equipment. I needed to have that. But you know what? I've kind of realized none of that's true. And so this is a great example of a few years ago what I thought. And the good thing is we don't need all of that. And we definitely don't want to try to serve everyone, because when we try to serve everyone, we serve no one. You want to horn in. Like me, I love working with coaches and speakers and entrepreneurs who are in that space, and digital creators who are trying to build a brand. They're trying to figure out what to post for content. They want to learn to use AI correctly and grow their business. Those are the people I focus on, and not just everybody. And so here's another one. I had just launched mine. You can fill in that. I had just launched mine. For instance, a good story post for me would be, I had just launched my business and I had no idea of which direction I was going in. And that's a great post. People relate to stories. It's being authentic. It's being real. It's being truthful. And those are great posts for LinkedIn. LinkedIn has rebranded themselves. They come a long way. Yes, it's still a professional site. Yes, you can still find jobs, or, you look for opportunities for jobs. But it's also become a social media site, because LinkedIn was like, we want to get in on the game of content and video and all of that. So it's really changed. If you're thinking of LinkedIn from how it was even just a few years ago, it's still a professional platform. The content that you want to post is so different. You don't want to post all of this businessy, jargony, all of this kind of stuff and everything with research. You can do that sometimes, but you want to basically appeal to the person who is your target person. And that person is more to that person than just businessy and jargony. And so these are great types of posts now that LinkedIn even says for you to put on the platform. Okay, so that's an example. So the third type of post is what we call thought-provoking content. Okay, thought-provoking content. Now think about that for a second. All of the content is actually thought-provoking, but when I say thought-provoking, we want people to stop and think. We want people to ask actually ask themselves questions. We want people to engage and actually leave comments. And I talked about that in the other video. So be sure and look at that link below so that you can go watch that other video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave comments. We love those. So thought-provoking content is the type of content that's going to get people engaging with your content. LinkedIn loves it. As a matter of fact, all the platforms love it. Where people might be leaving content, comments, or people might be engaging, or they might be responding or thinking and things like that. So that's a great type of content for your 3-day plan. So one day your plan could be your insight content. One day your plan could be stories of personal experiences, and one day it could be thought-provoking, and you have a LinkedIn plan. See, a system is something that you want to create. Systems run one day at a time. Everything runs on system. 1 week at a time. So when you create a system, you just run it over and over. And when you create this system 3 days a week and you run it and you're consistent over and over, good things are going to come. Okay, so those are the 3 types of content, and then those are the 3 types of examples. So the last example for thought-provoking content could be something like, what if I told you that you did not have to be on every site every day, all day, to grow your brand and build your business? That is a thought-provoking type of content, and it's actually true. You do not need to be, I like to say, pick 2 primary sites and go all in on those 3 days a week. If you can do 4, that's wonderful, but you don't need to be on every site. You don't need to be on every day. It's not about how much time you're spending. It's about what you're saying that matters. And it's not about having a whole lot of followers. That's good if they're engaged followers, if they're the right followers. I know people with 250 followers, but they're the right people and they're making good money. You don't have to have 250,000 followers. 250 people who love what you do. They love that you show up. They love your products. They love your coaching. They think you're the solution. 250 good people can grow your business and bring in money for your business every single month. Okay, so what if I told you that was true? Well, it is. All right. Okay, so that's an example there. So what can we do with this content? So it's 3 types of formats that I actually like, and that LinkedIn has actually said these work well on the platform. Video. Now, it wasn't always like that, but now video is great for LinkedIn. It may be a 1-minute video, a video you do with your phone, a 2-minute video, and you upload it to your LinkedIn, and it can still be from one of these types, whether it's insights or stories or thought-provoking. So video is great for LinkedIn. If you did 3 of them a week, you're going to see traction. Now, text plus image is still good, where you may put your text, your information, and you may put an image, maybe an image of you. Okay, take a few images of you in different places and put them up. I put images of me outside, images of me on my patio, images of me walking, images of me in my studio, images of me at my desk, and images of me when I'm speaking and training and working with other people. So you can do text plus image for your LinkedIn. And then thirdly, groups. Groups are great to share your content. You might join 2 or 3 groups, and once a week out of your 3-day schedule, post to your group and comment and connect with people in your group. And so you can do a video in your group, or you can do a text plus image in your group. You see what I'm saying? These are some great ways to present your content that we're talking about today. Video, it could be with your phone. Here's my phone right here. Sometimes I pick up this phone, I make a video, upload it to my social platforms. Text plus image. Like I say, sometimes I've taken lots of pictures of me, and sometimes I'll put an image plus text on my LinkedIn. And I have my assistant, we always post in groups, maybe twice a week. and we're building that brand. We're building our business. We're leading people down the funnel to either work with us or want to work with us, or even just connect with decision makers who can give you some insight and ideas on how to connect with the right people. So those are great formats. So I brought up ChatGPT because ChatGPT, and I know you know about ChatGPT, is OpenAI, and basically it's the artificial intelligence that helps us to grow our business through content. And it helps us to stay consistent. It helps us with ideas, creativity, and things like that. So you can use ChatGPT to get your ideas for your 3 types of posts. Okay. And so here, and of course, you want to basically tell Chat, act like an expert copywriter. Okay. Which it is an expert copywriter, all right? And then we want to say, of course, you want more information, but for time's sake, we want to say create an insight post for my LinkedIn. All right, let me go back here. Even if you make a mistake, it knows. Okay, for my LinkedIn. And since my Chat GPT, I've programmed it to learn me, it knows my audience, okay? For my audience. I can even say, start with a question. I'm going to fix this because I am. Start with a question and make it about branding. Now, of course, I would put a lot more information, but so for time's sake, I would just put this. And then what it's going to do, I'm not signed in, but what it's going to do is give you that information and give you a post. And so you want to keep the conversation going when you work with AI. And so it's going to give you something and you might say, well, let's change the beginning. And then it's going to give you something. You might say, well, let's put this in. It's going to give you something. Let's say, well, use words that I use until you come up with your post. And then you have your post for your LinkedIn. So as we wrap up, don't forget, you don't have to be on every site and you don't have to be on LinkedIn all the time. But you do want to be on LinkedIn because it's a great place to grow your business, grow your brand, help you become more visible and make money on LinkedIn. So the question is, if you're not doing it consistently, why are you not on LinkedIn? Especially if you're a coach or a speaker or a trainer or even an author, entrepreneur who's trying to create products. Things that you want to do, that you want decision makers, because those people are on LinkedIn. They're not just scrolling to be scrolling. Those people are looking to work with you. So if you're not there and you hadn't started a plan, I want to say to you, I want you to make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave comments, because on this channel, I give you so many tips on online marketing, branding, content strategy using AI, and ways to market and build your brand. So I hope that these tips have helped you. I hope that I've inspired you to take action and get busy on LinkedIn. If you've been thinking about it and you hadn't done it, well, no more thinking, right? I want you to get started, because all you need 3 types of content, 3 days a week, and you don't need a whole lot of followers, but you want to get started. So don't forget, as I always say, you are the secret sauce to your success. What's the secret sauce? Who's the secret sauce? The secret sauce to your success is you. It's not the algorithm. It's not how many people are following you. It's not being overwhelmed. It's not waiting for all of the things to be perfect or be in place. It's just for you to make a decision to get started. So until next time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell. So every time we do a video, which is about once a week, you'll be notified. Leave some comments and let me know what you think and what kind of videos you want us to make for you.